Jerry has more ass than you do.
This was the Jerry Springer Show. But behind the chants and flashing lights, there was a man, Jerry Springer. Beloved, hated. A politician turned ringmaster of America's darkest desires. And then, just as suddenly as he rose, he was gone. Tonight, we peel back the curtain. This is the disturbing, tragic, and chilling story of what really happened to Jerry Springer. Gerald Norman Springer was born in 1944, not in America, but in a London subway station, his parents hiding from bombs as World War II raged overhead. His family fled the ashes of Europe, settling in New York City. Springer grew up not as a future TV star, but as the son of Holocaust survivors. Perhaps it was fate that he would spend his life surrounded by conflict, violence, and spectacle. But before the cameras, before the chanting crowds, Jerry Springer was a man of politics, not provocation. He became a lawyer, a councilman, and in 1977, at just 33 years old, he was elected mayor of Cincinnati. The future was bright, respectable, clean, but something in Jerry Springer's path was about to twist into something darker. In 1974, scandal came first. A story broke. Springer had paid for sex by writing a check. His political career nearly ended overnight. But Springer didn't vanish. He survived, reinvented, and turned to broadcasting. By the late 1980s, he wasn't a politician anymore. He was a talk show host. And in 1991, The Jerry Springer Show was born. At first, it was ordinary, a standard talk show. But by the mid-90s, everything changed. The cameras zoomed in, the topics got darker, and what began as conversation turned into spectacle. Jerry Springer had unlocked something inside American culture, something primal, and the audience couldn't look away. On live television, strangers revealed affairs, betrayals, and addictions. Chairs flew, guests fought, security rushed in, and over it all, one chant echoed. This wasn't a talk show anymore. It was a circus. Critics called it trash TV. Politicians called it disgraceful. But audiences? They made it one of the most watched shows in daytime television history. By the late 1990s, Springer was more famous than most of the guests who tore each other apart on his stage. But with fame came something else. Controversy. And a legacy that would haunt him forever. Jerry Springer had unlocked something inside American culture, something primal, and the audience couldn't look away. Not everyone walked away from the Springer stage unscathed. There were accusations of exploitation. Guests claimed they were tricked. Some admitted they were coached to fight. And in 2000, tragedy struck. A guest, after appearing on Springer's show, murdered her rival the very next day. The headlines screamed, "Did Jerry Springer cause a killing?" The show survived. Ratings stayed strong, but the question lingered. Was Springer entertaining America or poisoning it? Behind the laughs and chants, there was always a shadow, and Jerry Springer could never escape it. By 2018, the Springer empire had run its course. After 27 seasons, over 4,000 episodes, the circus ended. But Jerry Springer wasn't done. He returned to television in a new form, Judge Jerry. No more chairs flying, no more brawls, just a robe, a gavel, and cases to preside over. It was quieter, safer. A man in the twilight of his career, trying to step away from the chaos that made him a household name. But even then, the shadow of his past never left him. In 2023, rumors began to spread. Jerry Springer was sick. Behind closed doors, he fought a battle no audience could see. The diagnosis was devastating: pancreatic cancer. Only a handful of close friends knew. To the world, he smiled, still cracking jokes, still appearing in public. But in April of 2023, Jerry Springer passed away in his Illinois home. He was 79 years old. For some, it was shocking. For others, it was the inevitable end of a complicated life. But as tributes poured in, one thing was clear. Jerry Springer had left behind a legacy unlike anyone else. A Netflix documentary in 2025 revealed secrets from behind the scenes. Producers admitted some fights were staged, guests manipulated, stories exaggerated. It raised the question again: how much of Springer's empire was real? And how much was illusion? To millions, Jerry Springer was a guilty pleasure. To others, he was a cultural villain. But to those who knew him, he was kind, intelligent, generous. Maybe that's the most haunting truth of all. The man who became the face of chaos was nothing like the madness he created. Yet, he will always be remembered as the ringmaster of America's darkest show. Behind every shocking Springer moment was a price someone had to pay. Some guests walked off the stage and back into chaos. Others never recovered. Former guests later spoke out. Some were mocked at work. Others were harassed online. One man said his Springer appearance haunted his life for years. The show claimed to offer real stories, real people. But reality was often twisted for ratings. And as the years went on, one question grew louder. Was the laughter worth the damage? The Jerry Springer Show didn't just shock. It shaped the future of television. It paved the way for Maury, Steve Wilkos, and the rise of reality TV. From Big Brother to Jersey Shore, from court shows to social media call-outs, you can still feel Springer's fingerprints on everything. Even today, his clips go viral. Even now, his formula is copied. Whether he meant to or not, Jerry Springer didn't just reflect the culture, he helped create it. So what happened to Jerry Springer? He was born in war. He rose in politics. He fell in scandal. And he reinvented himself into one of the most controversial figures in television history. His death ended the man. But the legend, the chaos, the memory of fists flying and crowds chanting his name, that will echo forever. Jerry Springer, the man who gave America what it wanted most, a stage for its ugliest truths.